Welcome to Chisholm Trail 61. Today, hey, we're going to fix us a good old country meal. We're going to fix us some fried catfish, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best breaded catfish you ever put in your mouth. Hey, I'm going to show you how to do that coming up right now. Okay, first thing we're going to do for our fried catfish there is I got about 4 half-pound fillets here. Now I'm just going to put them in this here bowl. Just lay them down in there. Boy, you see them, some good looking fillets there. Like I said, they're about a half-pound a piece, the fillets are. Of course, you can use any size fish, it doesn't matter. I'm using pond-raised catfish, but you don't have to use catfish. You can use tilapia, or you can use perch, you can use bass, whatever fish you like or you got, you can use. Now, what we're going to do, I got some buttermilk here, and I like to shake my buttermilk up real good before I use it, before I pour it out, because buttermilk sometimes will separate a little bit on it. I'm just going to pour this buttermilk over in here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to completely cover that fish in that buttermilk. I'm just going to sort of shake it around to be sure, the milk gets down around them real good there. And I'm going to cover this up and put it in the refrigerator. And it needs set in the refrigerator 2 to 4 hours, 2 hours minimum. Overnight's good, all day long's good, but at least 2 hours. And we got probably about 3 or 4 hours before we start supper here. So whenever we take it out of the refrigerator, we'll bring you back, and I'm going to show you the best breading you ever put in your mouth. Okay, it's been about 3 hours now. Our fish has been in the refrigerator there, covered in buttermilk. Now we're going to make the breading for it. And I tell you, I was going to give you the best recipe breading you've ever put in your mouth, and this is it right here. We're going to take, I got a deep dish pie plate here. I'm going to use that way, the batter won't be as bad to come out of it, all over the place. But I got 1 cup of self-rising flour. I'm going to put in 1 cup self-rising yellow cornmeal. I'm going to put in, now you can use white cornmeal or you can use yellow cornmeal, whichever you prefer. I just like the yellow cornmeal. I got 2/3 cup of Parmesan grated cheese. I'm going to put in there. And on the saucer here, I got 1 tablespoon of seasoned salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of paprika. And I'm just going to dump them in there. We're going to take a whisk and we're just going to whisk all that together. You can see it makes a pretty good bit of bread. You could probably bread a dozen fillets with this. But I'm only doing 4 tonight, but I wanted to show y'all the full recipe anyway. So, you can break it down. You can half it, or you can add to it if you got more, feeding a big crowd or whatever. But that's the, measurements that you'll need for it. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pull our fish over here where we can take it out and go into our breading. And then I got me a tray here to put it on as it comes out. Now I'm going to take my tongs here and just pull it out. What we want to do as we pull it out, we want to just let it drain just a little bit, get the excess off of it. And then we just lay it down in there. I'm going to get me a spoon here to sort of throw that bread up on it some, so I don't have to get it all over it. Because you know how when it's wet, it has a tendency to get all over everything. Now, I don't want to do that. I'm going to take my spoon and I'm just going to mash that bread down onto my fish. And I'm going to take my tongs and I'm just going to flip my fillet over. And I'm going to put some up on the back of it here on the other side. Just give me a good covering on it and mash it down. Just mashing it down will really help it, the breading to stick to your fish fillet. Do the same thing if you're fixing fried chicken or, you know, anything of that nature where you're breading your meat. If you'll take and give it a little mash, then it'll definitely help it, because it won't allow it to come loose as easy. I'm just going to take and pick that fillet up. And does that look good or what? Now I'm just going to lay it right over here on my tray. These sit here for about 15 or 20 minutes. Once I get this other two breaded, let them set about 15 or 20 minutes and let that bread really adhere to the fish. And during that time, we're going to be heating our oil over on the stove. And when we come back, we'll meet you over there. Okay, we got our skillet on the stove here. We got our grease heated to about 350 degrees. And our fillets have been, I'll show you what they look like. They've been going there, setting. We're only going to be able to do 2 at a time of these in here. So, and I may not even get 2, but I'm going to try to get 2 at a time in here. But turn this in the opposite way, maybe I can. But what we're going to do, we'll cook these about 4 to 5 minutes on this side, and then flip it over and cook it for about 4 or 5 minutes on the other side. And then we're going to put them on a wire rack. I got my oven heated to 225 degrees. We'll put them on the wire rack and put them in the oven there and keep them warm while we do the other two. But I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me cook them step by step. I mean, but we're going to let these go about 4 or 5 minutes. And then when I get ready to turn them over, I'll bring you back and show you what they look like as we turn them over. I almost forgot to start the video up. I'm going to flip this over here for y'all. See how that bread looks, man. Is that going to be some good fish or what? Like I said, these are some big fillets here. Yeah. Look at there, look at that. Man, I can't wait to get into these. Hey, we're going to let them go about 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes on this other side, and then we'll take them out. And like I said, we're going to put these in the oven at 225 degrees to keep them warm while we cook the other two. And then when we get the other two done and all 4 of them's ready, then we'll meet y'all over at the island, and we're going to cut into one of them. Let's see what it look like on the inside. Okay, we got our fish out of the skillet there and got it on our plate here. Man, it's good and crispy. Listen, I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Good and crispy. Cooked good. We're going to cut it and we're going to see what it looks like on the inside. I only got 2 pieces. My grandson took the other 2 pieces, so I only got 2 pieces left here. But look at how flaky that is. Man, what you talking about? I'm going to cut that again and blow it because I know that's going to be hot. Whew. Look at how flaky that is on the inside, though. Man, can't wait to get into this. Been waiting all day There ain't nothing no better than fried catfish. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Hey, if you would, give the video a thumbs up there. Like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all of you do. We appreciate all of you take the time every day to watch our videos. Breaded fried catfish. Hey, we'll see you on the next one.